Hi, my name is Chris Brown, and I'm a Bible teacher at Wheaton Academy, and it's a privilege to talk to you today about the reality of God. And one of the things that the Bible says is there's a guy by the name of David, and he was a shepherd and a king, and he wrote that the heavens declare the glory of God. One of the cool things that God has done for us is he has revealed himself to us. One of the games that I play with my students is sometimes I'll put something in my hand and I'll hold it in my hand and I'll have them guess what's in the hand, and we'll play one of those games like hotter or colder or yes or no, and I'll actually offer them something like an A in the Bible class or a free lunch if they can guess what's in my hand. The only catch to the game is that once they start guessing, I stop playing. I don't actually open my hand. I don't say whether they're hotter or colder. I don't say whether they're closer or further away. I just sit quietly and close my hand. Typically it takes a few minutes, but after a few minutes what ends up happening is most of the students begin to quit. They stop guessing. They stop asking. And then after a while it gets really quiet and most students get bored or begin engaging in other activities, and I ask them, how come you've stopped? How come you've stopped guessing what's in my hand? I've offered you a free lunch, or I've offered you an A in this class. Why would you stop when the stakes are so high? And students will tell me it's because you quit. You're not playing along. Imagine for a moment if I don't open up my hand, they'll never know what's actually inside. The only way that they'll know what's inside is if I play along, if I let them know, if I reveal you're getting closer or you're getting further apart, or if I actually open my hand and show what's inside. God is the same way. If God does not choose to reveal himself to us, if he doesn't choose to open his hand to us, we won't know anything about him. We could guess all day long. We could guess for our entire lives. Generations of people could guess what God was like. But if God doesn't choose to open his hand or reveal himself to us, then we would never know if we were closer or further away. That's what makes the Bible so important, is that God has chosen to reveal himself, not only through the creation of the world, the heavens declare the glory of God, but he's also revealed himself to us in a written form, through a book. In fact, God wrote a book. He used human beings to write down his words to reveal himself to us so that we would know what he was actually like. The great thing about the Bible is that we can actually go back and find that the Bible is trustworthy. It's not just a bunch of words on paper. It's been written over 1,500 years, and yet it's consistent internally in all the different ways. It has authors who are shepherds and kings. It has peasants and farmers, but it also has an internal consistency in all that it's done. In fact, the Bible is one of the most accurately historical books with as more evidence than anything else throughout all of history. We have only a few copies of things like Homer's Iliad or the Odyssey, but we have tens of thousands of copies of the Bible that we can actually go back through and check to make sure that it's not only what God revealed to us, but what we have is actually the written down, what the original manuscript said. I would encourage you that as you study the Bible, you also study about the Bible, because the more you learn to trust what it says and that it is actually God's open hand to us, the more you'll be able to apply it to your life and trust that what it says is not only what God has said, but it's God's best plan for you and your life.